The offensive side, Alton Howard is a big receiver like this team. He's not big, but he plays big in terms of what he's able to do. The basketball and grass. We've already seen the effect of Zach Stacy. His ability to run into a heavy box, make someone miss, or run over them for the extra yards.
Yeah, Zach Stacy so far, 6 carries, 24 yards. Pig Howard, the former Tennessee Volunteer, somebody they're going to be relying to heavily in the passing game. Hackenberg flushed out of the pocket, out past the 20. He can run a little, and Hackenberg picks up the first down. Raheem Yates, the man in there making the tackle, but not before Hackenberg can find the sticks and pick up the first, moving the chains. Name of the game.
They did a nice job there. They looped, and Hackenberg was able to get outside.
And they've got these 2 big tight ends in the game right now. I like the look of their tight ends. They are big, they are physical, and it suits them even though they can then spread them out and stick with the running game.
Brandon Barnes and Adrian Robinson in a tight end for Memphis. Again, it's a handoff, and again, it's positive yardage. Not a lot, but you'll take 3-4 yards every time, won't you, Smitty?
Absolutely, and Stacy is a really good back. You know, in his first year in St. Louis, he almost got 1,000 yards.
Had a 134-yard game against Seattle on Monday Night Football. Traded to the Jets after the Rams drafted Todd Gurley and then retired.
Picked up a young man named Todd Gurley.
He's a pretty good player.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I can't blame the Rams too much for that.
Monday.
Terrence McGee going to give him a breather here on 2nd and 7. Hackenberg complete, pass is complete, and that is Pig Howard. We talked about him, and you can see the speed there, that little burst of quickness, Smitty.
Yeah, he's definitely the prototypical slot receiver. As you can see here, he's going to run the drive route underneath the linebackers, and he's able to run away from them and get more yardage.
And these are the kind of extended handoffs, these little underneath throws, that is absolute gold for Christian Hackenberg. At some point, once they have that drag underneath of the play fake, we need to see a vertical down the field by Hackenberg.
First completion of the game for Hackenberg goes for 7.
Ready? Listen.
This time fakes the handoff. Another quick pass. Lucky that wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, you know, the RPO thing with him, he made it real clear. That's not me. You know, he had an elongated stroke in terms of his throw. David Lee's done a real nice job of making it more compact. It's hard to change the throwing action of a quarterback, but I think it has helped Hackenberg. But I don't think the RPO, I don't think that's his thing.
Yeah, and Shaquan Edwards really had a great break on the football. That was almost going the other way.
Here we go, Monday. Set. Ready? Listen.
Handoff on 2nd and 10. Up the middle. That's McGee going for 2 or 3.
Yeah, Brian, I agree with you. They're more effective when they're in the 2-back sets and just pounding them. They did another nice job on this first down play.
McGee had 5 carries for 18 yards against Birmingham, was on the active roster for the Seahawks in 2016 and the Falcons in 2017.
Here's another, let me show you I can get the job done down for Hackenberg on 3rd down. This is the quarterback's down when you're on a 3rd and 7.
Hackenberg with time that nearly complete, but Pig Howard unable to hold on.
You know, and this is the kind of thing, and it's not just Express, it's I think the league as a whole. When I watch it and watched it last week, it's about finishing. You know, finish the catch, finish the tackle, finish the drive. That's what these young teams, these young players need to do, is show in order to move to that next level is to be able to finish.
Brad Wing on to punt again from Memphis. The dangerous Rashad Ross back deep. Did return a kickoff for a touchdown in the NFL. Calls for the fair catch just inside the 10-yard line here. The next generation of NFL stars ready to make a name for themselves at this year's NFL Scouting Combine, and only NFL Network is there live. Complete coverage of the 2019 NFL Scouting Combine starts Friday, March 1st, right here on NFL Network. They call it the Underwear Olympics, but it gets a lot of eyeballs. You guys have been to many combines in your day, Smitty.
Yes, it is, and it's fun for everybody in the league because that's the one time the whole league's together. they get an opportunity to evaluate these draft class eligible players.
John Wolford looking for another shot at the league, and if he can get that running game going, might help him in this Arizona offense a little bit. Jarrell Presley goes for 3.
You know, we used to have a say in Baltimore, and Mike was there when we started up. 8 is enough, or 7 is enough. It's basically, if you'll do your job, if you've got the pitch, take the pitch. If you've got the give, you got the give. If you're supposed to keep contained, keep contained. If you'll just do your job, that's going to open up for the back end for them to do theirs.
Wolford fakes the handoff, delivers the strike. Gerald Christian, their talented tight end, diving ahead, looking to pick up the first down, and the first quarter is in the books here at the first ever AAF game here at the Liberty Bowl, and the home team is doing some things. Up 9-0 early. It's #1 in both Google and Apple stores. Download it now. Trust me, it's worth it. Let's check in with Jenny Dell.
Is that first touchdown in Memphis Express history? How important was it to set the tone early in this game?
Yeah, it's always important to set the tone. We just got to keep it going, stop shooting ourselves in the foot. I think we'll be fine.
What was the plan, and do you feel like you're executing it at this point?
Yeah, I mean, that was our biggest thing all week, just focus on execution. So we've been doing a great job of that. Just got to keep it going.
Congratulations. Good luck the rest of the game.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Zach Stacy getting things going here. We were down on the sideline before the game, and Coach Billick, you said this team is big. If I'm them, I just run downhill at the Hotshots the whole game.
Yeah, I understand you got to do multiple things, but they've had their most success getting in the eye, putting their 12 personnel, 22 personnel, get downhill against this undersized Arizona defense. That is what has worked for them.
And let's not forget, this is just the second game of the season, so we're seeing a lot of firsts, and this is the first time that Arizona has been down by this much, especially early in the game, already down 9-0. That's backup running back Justin Stockton for 2. So if you're Arizona at this point offensively, you're just looking to do what? Get a little rhythm?
Yeah, this is what we do. At some point, they're going to have to take a vertical here. Remember, that's what made the difference in the Stallion games. They got those stack routes, a couple of deep posts down the middle. At some point, they've got to take a shot here, or they run the risk of bleeding to death slowly.
They took a lot of shots. Wolford completed 6 passes of 20 yards or more. This one not in that category, incomplete again for Wolford, and he just hasn't looked like the same guy he has last week. Still trying to find that groove. 4 of 7 so far with that interception.
Yeah, Terrell Bonds did a great job breaking on that ball. It was a quick game, and he was on top of it.
Terrell Bonds out of Tennessee State. One of 19 players on this roster who played their college ball in Tennessee. 5 from Tennessee State. Flags flying here.
Number 77, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
77, that's Lene Maeva out of Arizona.
God bless you, man. The way you pronounce these names. Phil Savage was my personnel guy in Baltimore, and I accused him of specifically putting a team together that I have no chance of pronouncing any of the names.
Phil Savage, just a treasure trove of information. You talk to him for 20 minutes, you really do have a much better understanding of this roster. Wolford taken down inside the 5-yard line. How quick was that? Anthony Johnson making his presence felt for Memphis.
Yeah, he did a great job on the loop stunt, and he was able to get in the quarterback's face. You can see him coming around here, and he's unblocked. That's going to be tough on the quarterback when he's got a guy up in his face unblocked.
And I'm going to point out again, what did they do? They kept him in the pocket. They didn't let him get outside the edges, and were able to bring the pressure up the middle on a quarterback that is barely 6'1".
So this is Jeff Locke with his heels at the back of the end zone. Horn deep to return this punt again, and looks like he's going to have some room. Reese Horn catches it at the 40. Out past the 50, to the 47-yard line as there is a flag on the play. We're going to be right back in just one moment here as we wait to find out the call from our talented group of officials.
Yeah, this is, special teams is so hard not to get in an open field, not to get a penalty. I think this is going to be on Memphis, is going to back them up a little bit.
Yeah, and that's a tough penalty to have in this situation. They were going to have great field position, and that's the thing that they've really had the big advantage on so far in this ball game is they've won the field possession battle. The Hotshots have been fought starting from the back into their field, and
There are
they need
fouls
to get
by
better.
both teams. Holding. Kicking team, number 48. The penalty is declined. Illegal use of hands. Hands to the face. Receiving team, number 24, will be enforced 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
That is our head referee, Reggie Smith.
I'm sorry. I've been out of the game just a bit. I don't understand that. If there was a penalty on both sides, why is it not offsetting?
We will discuss during the break and try to figure that out. Coach Billick, right after this message from the Air National Guard.
This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me.
Back to action here at the Liberty Bowl. Christian Hackenberg, 1 for 4 so far in this game. Under center from Memphis, who's working with a 9-0 lead. Pig Howard upended after the 4-yard gain. Robert Nelson coming in to make that tackle for the Hotshots.
Yeah, Nelson did a really nice job on that. That's a play that is very tough if you don't have your eyes right, and they defended it very well.
But ultimately, your defensive end has to stop that, right? Don't they have to account for these jet sweeps?
They do, but
outside the end.
Yeah, but it's hard. Hey, it's hard for that defensive end, Brian.
Well, if it was easy, anybody could do it.
A 5-yard gain for Pig Howard. This time, it's Stacy breaking 2 tackles, keeping his feet, and gets the first down. Zach Stacy, the former Ram, running hard.
Yeah, they gave basically the same look. This time they gave the ball to Stacy, and he is a big, strong back. And you can see that they're physically winning the line of scrimmage now.
There was a slight pause, as I said Ram, because I was trying to remember whether it was St. Louis or L.A. at the time that Zach Stacy was there.
Okay.
It was indeed St. Louis. I knew you were wondering, coaches. 1st and 10, Stacy again, and why not ride the hot hand? He picks up 3. Edmund Robinson there for the stop. Skycam brought to you this evening by Wheels Up. We have 2 of them. We love the bird's eye view from Skycam, and thank you to Wheels Up for bringing it to all of us tonight.
Hey, Roger.
Hackenberg, who is wearing a microphone, as you can hear, on 2nd and 6. Terrence McGee checking in the ballgame for Zach Stacy. Hackenberg going to throw. Over the middle, unable to find the intended target. K1 Ross. That's been one of the issues with Hackenberg since he was drafted, was accuracy.
Yeah, and that ball came out kind of hot. And I think, quite frankly, I think the receiver betrayed him just a little bit there. He hesitated as he was coming across, like he thought he was going to sit down rather than running it all the way through.
Roger. Monday.
Again, everybody trying to get on the same page on every offense in the alliance. Just week 2 of the season as Hackenberg is down for the count. That was Deshaun Downing, first man there. The UMass grad who spent the 2018 preseason at the Ravens.
Yeah, the left side of the offensive line. Again, takes a short set, turns his shoulder, had a free run at the quarterback. Tough on 3rd down. Obviously, they knew there was going to be a pass, but you can't turn your shoulders that quickly if you're going to play on the edge of tackle.
Rashad Ross, deep man, returned the Brad Wing punt. Ross calls for the fair catch at the 9-yard line. Still 9-0. The Express jumping out to the early lead, holding the explosive Hotshots offense scoreless early. Can they do it? For the remainder of the first half, time will tell. We're going to be right back after this message from Tatari.
Here's the thing. 52% of guys experience erectile dysfunction, but 0% like talking about it. That's why we built Roman. For the first time ever, you can get ED meds prescribed online, shipped discreetly to your door. Chat online with U.S. licensed physicians. And get FDA-approved medication, all in single-dose packaging. No more waiting rooms, awkward talks, or lines at the pharmacy. Get started with your free online visit at GetRoman.com/TV.
Playing from behind is John Wolford in this Arizona offense. Once again, not ideal field position as Wolford back to pass. The rush is coming, has a man, unable to make that catch. That was Josh Huff, the former Philadelphia Eagle. That would have been an impressive catch had he come down with that.
It sure would have. And that shows us Wolford's arm strength. That was a long throw. He rolled to his right and threw all the way back to the left, almost to the sideline. Huff's got to come down with that one.
And they're changing up the launch point for Wolford. Obviously, they're having a little difficulty with the rush. So the boots, the waggles, short sprints to get him away from that rush.
Yes, those two tackles are not the starters, so they have really struggled a little bit in their protection so far.
Malcolm Bunch, Brand Weiss, both out with injuries on this one, and that looks like it was very close to being picked off, and it is indeed an interception. That's Jeremy Couture from Middle Tennessee State with the pick. Another turnover for Arizona, the third turnover of the game.
Yes, no turnovers in week one. That was obviously pivotal in their game against the Stallions to turn the ball over, particularly now. And the starting field position for Arizona, as you point out, Smitty, has been horrendous. And now, because they've got to move the pocket, because they're without their starting tackles, obviously Wolford is struggling a great deal more than he did in the open.
Got a good look. Sorry to cut you off, Smitty, at that catch. I was wondering if he bobbled it and hit the ground, but it does indeed look like that was a pick.
It was a pick. It was a great play. He was in phase, and he was able to make that play.
Quick change here from Memphis. Let's see if they can take advantage. They're going to go ahead and call a timeout here once again. Hackenberg did not like what he was seeing. Don't forget, you can check out the AAF.com. You can get live box scores, stats, leaders, so much more. AAF.com, the only way to follow the league up close. So we were talking earlier about the field position for the Hotshots. They started on the 25, the 4, their own 25, 25, and 10.
Yeah, and it is about field position. And the good thing is they've been able to maintain it. Even though they've only had a couple scoring drives, they haven't taken advantage of the turnovers as much as they'd like to, but they've been able to hold on to this field position. And right now, not a lot that Arizona can do unless they start taking more of those shots down the field. We saw one on the first down, trying to get that big shot down the field, but Memphis is in good position to stop it.
25-yard line, going to be an inside handoff again. That is Zach Stacy almost to the first down line again. I'll give him about 9.5.
Yeah, they are ridding the line of scrimmage right now. That's a great job by the offensive line, and Stacy is running behind his pads. I've been very impressed with him thus far. He's almost at 50 yards in this point of the game.
Yeah, 10 carries, 46 yards for Zach Stacy. Impressive game so far for the former Ram. And they're going to give it to him again, this time stacked up behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2. That Arizona defense doing their job here. Let's listen in to the Hall of Fame linebacker and Memphis head coach Mike Singletary just moments ago.
Keep balling, guys. Guys, keep balling. Keep doing a great job. Keep balling. Keep balling. Keep balling, guys.
Yeah, that was a good play by 51. Edmund Robinson did a nice job running through. Now that's just 3rd and short. Big play.
This time it's Terrence McGee in the backfield with Stacy taking a rest. McGee takes the handoff, puts that foot down, not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here as Robert Nelson makes a tackle.
Yeah, I really think spreading out Arizona gives Arizona an advantage. We saw when they did score and they did get in scoring position, they got in their big personnel, they got downhill right at the heart of the Arizona defense. To go horizontal side to side against the athleticism of the Arizona defense, I don't know how well that's going to hold up.
Perfectly content on 4th and 2 to settle for the field goal here. Jasper in. This is going to be a 35-yard try. Brad Wing, the holder. Ryan Navarro, the long snapper. Operation looks good, and the kick is indeed good. So 12-0. Memphis on top of Arizona early. I can safely say I did not expect the game to start this way.
Well, you know, winning on the road, I don't care where it is, college ball, NFL, I always say is the toughest thing to do in all of team sports. And right now, being on all the home teams won last week, we'll see how it's going to hold up again. So far, obviously the home team won earlier today.
Birmingham.
And right now, Memphis is leading.
Great point. Being at home so far in the Alliance pays off. As I told you earlier, there are several major rule differences in the Alliance that you might not be used to. No kickoffs. 2-point conversions are a must. There are no extra points. And there are no onside kicks either. You start from your own 28. You have to convert a 4th and 12. That takes the place of an onside kick. Jarrell Presley breaking a tackle. Presley out past the 50-yard line, down to the 41. Heck of a run by Presley.
And that's the Arizona running game. They're going to do these different counters and traps. If they can pop one, they have a lot of losses, obviously, as well in the running game and haven't been able to pop it. They're all about deception, and if the deception wins, you got a big play. If not, you got a loss.
Shakes off a couple of tackles there, including by Drew Jackson. This time tries to reverse field again, and he is not shaking off the tackle of Davis Toll.
This is the area where you think they would run the ball, so for me, this is a perfect place. If I'm Rick Neuheisel, I may take a shot down the field. We've only seen one long pass attempted by Wolford. They got to be thinking run to get into a convertible 3rd down. This might be the time to take that shot.
2nd and 12. Wolford just 4 of 9 for 32 yards. 2 interceptions already. Snaps a little low. Wolford going to throw. Stays in the pocket. Dumps it off. Complete. And out to about the 36-yard line is Justin Stockton.
Yeah, that was really good pursuit. He broke a tackle, but you could see the Express continuing to attack the ball. They took good angles here at the end, and they were able to get him down on the ground.
Outside of field goal range, don't think the punt's going to do him any good, so obviously they're going for it. Or excuse me, on 3rd down, I should say. Do we set it up and try to get in field goal position or take the shot for the 1st down?
3 receivers to the left for Wolford. He's indeed going to pass. Goes to the other side. Tipped out of bounds. Again, this Memphis defense stepping up. And it's Couture, who had that earlier interception, who gets a hand on the ball.
Yeah, as you can see, he gets a good break on the ball. He undercuts the tight end Christian there and gets his hand and knocks it out of bounds.
So Memphis with another big defensive play.
Now this is Arizona's chance to flip the script we were talking about. If they can punt it and get it down deep and then force a 3 and out by Memphis, now you can flip that field position battle we were talking about that has so far favored the Express.
Lock on a punt one more time. A 5th round pick of the Minnesota Vikings. Veteran of 69 NFL games with the Vikings and the Lions. Reese Horn once again back to return for Memphis. They're going to just let that clock run down and run out.
What that does obviously is it gives him more of an aiming point. You don't want to kick this thing into the end zone. I remember I had a special teams coach, his favorite saying, from this distance, you kick it into the end zone, comes out to the 20. He says, you know what? There are 19 better things that could have happened on that play. So they want to buy a little bit of size here. Look, they got something going on. It looks like they might be caught the Express off guard.
Fair catch called for at the 5-yard line. So the Express going to have their work cut out for them on this drive. So far, so good, as they are up 12-0. Back in a moment after this message from Navy Federal Credit Union.
We'd do anything for each other. But this time, those bonds were definitely tested.
Frog leg for my baby brother.
Don't frogs have like 2 legs? So they should have 2 of these. Since I'm active duty and she's family, I was able to set my sister up with a sweet membership from Navy Federal. If you hold it closer, it looks bigger.
Eat your food.
My big sis likes to make tiny food, and I'm okay with that.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Coming up at the half, Alliance All Access halftime report. Rod and TD in studio with Alex Flanagan with their first half analysis. The best signings from the Alliance. Zach Stacy picks up 3. Stacy now 12 carries for 48 yards. His longest run is only 9 yards, but you know what? He's on pace for 100. I think they'll take it.
Yeah, physical style of play that eventually can wear down this defense as well.
And that's what they want to be. They want to be tough. They want to be physical. A blue-collar team is what Mike Singletary called the Memphis Express. You know, they didn't have a great opener, but he still thoroughly believes in this team as Stacy gets turned upside down, but hangs on to the ball and picks up the first down. Again, it was Robert Nelson, the corner, going low.
And what they do, they got in big personnel, shoved that tight end right down the throat of the Arizona Hotshots defense. This is the best personnel grouping they have.
Yeah, on that play, they were actually in an unbalanced line. They had the